photography of the developing fetus, I'm amazed by the miracle of pregnancy. The connection between you and your fetus is so vital. You can see how your decisions can affect your baby's development. Now it's up to you to make the right choices. Planning ahead also means making decisions once your baby is born. One of the most important is deciding how to feed. Breastfeeding is best for you and your baby. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that all babies be breastfed for as long as possible. Our next program offers tips to help you breastfeed successfully. How to get started, proper positioning at the breast, how to tell when your baby's hungry, meeting your supplementation needs. First Feedings was developed with a leading pediatrician and nurse and certified lactation consultants. They'll share their knowledge and experience to help you understand breastfeeding basics.
There's a certain moment when it sinks in. You're really a parent. Right then, you form a bond that's so special, a commitment so complete, it'll last forever. With all the joy and excitement comes a new responsibility. This little person depends completely on you to protect her, to care for her. Proper nutrition is one of the most important things you can provide for your baby. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends breast milk first, and an infant formula with iron as the only acceptable alternative through your baby's first year. Breast milk is best. It's made especially for your baby. Your breast milk provides complete, balanced nutrition, and it helps protect your baby against certain illnesses and allergies. Breastfeeding offers benefits for mothers, too. It can help you lose weight gained during pregnancy. It's easy once you know what to do, and it can be so convenient. Breastfeeding promotes a special closeness, a love that only you and your baby can share. Prenatal classes can help you prepare for breastfeeding. After your baby's born, sharing experiences can help give you the confidence to breastfeed successfully. In many communities, lactation consultants are also available to help you breastfeed.
It's just a wonderful experience as a mother to be able to hold my child and give her the nourishment from my own body. I feel very fortunate to be able to do it.
It's very convenient. I can just be going anywhere I want to easily.
And I found out that the breast milk was the best milk for the baby. And I also found out that it helped you lose your weight in your stomach.
Really, I can't think of anybody else in my family who breastfed. And so, you know, the first time I was in front of my family and Abigail started crying, you know, what do I do in this situation? And, you know, I just found that for me, going off to a quiet place where I could just have that time with her was best.
It doesn't really limit your freedom because you're very free to take the baby anywhere, and you can nurse the baby whenever she wants to, and you don't have to carry around her equipment.
I feel like I know Rebecca better. I know more her cries when she's hungry, when she's tired, and through feeding her, I feel that I'm beginning to know her more as a baby.
Breastfeeding is natural. It helps when you know your role, your baby's needs and reactions, and how you'll learn from each other.
I learned a lot of that, my baby's personality from breastfeeding. I learned that she has very definite preferences, and she only wants to breastfeed when she's hungry, and she doesn't want to keep breastfeeding when she's not hungry anymore.
The best advice I would have is just to relax, and that'll help the experience all the more.
She let me know that she wasn't always hungry, and to just follow her lead.
Let's look at how your body changes to prepare for nursing and why. As pregnancy progresses, your breasts enlarge and feel fuller. Milk glands and ducts expand, nipples and surrounding areola darken. Milk is made in alveoli or milk sacs. 15 to 25 ducts store and carry milk to the nipple. Flat or inverted nipples can make latching on difficult for your baby. To check for inverted nipples, gently squeeze the areola at the base of the nipple. A normal nipple will protrude. If it remains flat or retracts, talk with your doctor or nurse. They can recommend special breast shells to wear during pregnancy and after your baby is born. When your baby nurses, messages are sent to the brain. There, hormones are released that trigger your breasts to produce and release milk. Meanwhile, one of these hormones also helps your uterus shrink to its original size. The contractions that aid this shrinking may cause some cramping during your early nursing days. In the first few days after delivery, your breasts produce a rich yellowish milk called colostrum. Its blend of nutrients is perfect for your baby's first feedings. Over the next week, your colostrum gradually becomes a thinner, mature milk, adapting to your baby's changing needs. You produce breast milk continuously. If you nurse frequently, you can be confident that you'll have as much as your baby needs.
It was right after she'd been born. They'd placed her on my belly, and then we pulled her close, my husband and I, and tried to get her to nurse. And this baby was amazing. She was so eager to suck on anything that came close to her. It was almost hard to get her to suck on my breast rather than her hand or anything.
It was really fulfilling for me because I had a hard time getting him to nurse in the beginning. So it was really a feeling of accomplishment.
There are several common feeding positions: the cradle position, the clutch, or under the arm hold, and lying down. Choose one that's comfortable for you and your baby. First, we'll demonstrate the cradle position. Support your back and the arm holding your baby so you can bring her close to the breast. Hold your baby tummy to tummy. Raise her head slightly in the bend of your arm so her mouth is in front of your breast.
Yeah, make sure that your hand is a little back further.
Cup your breast to help your baby latch on. Place your fingers under and your thumb on top, well behind the areola. Now, help your baby take over. She's born with amazing talents, like the rooting reflex. Brush your nipple against her bottom lip, and she'll open wide. Bring your baby to your breast, aiming your nipple toward the back of her mouth. Support your breast throughout the feeding. You should feel a comfortable, rhythmic tugging. Look at Emily. You can hear and see her swallowing. Newborns may not latch on correctly right away. If nursing is painful, ease your finger in the corner of his mouth to release your nipple. Then try again. If you've had a cesarean section, you may prefer the clutch hold. It puts less direct pressure on your incision. Place your baby on a pillow beside you. Support the base of her head in your hand, so she lines up with your nipple. Some mothers like the lying down position, especially for nighttime feeding. Use a pillow to support your back. Place a receiving blanket behind your baby so he stays on his side. His mouth should line up with your nipple. For the first couple hours after birth, most babies are awake, alert, and eager to feed. Then, for the next few days, most would rather sleep than eat. During the first month, you may need to wake your baby every 2 to 3 hours for daytime feedings. You can let her wake on her own at night. Soon, your baby will probably wake up more predictably. Then, you can feed on demand. When your baby's hungry, it's time to nurse. Most babies nurse between 20 and 40 minutes each feeding. Try to use both breasts. Start on the fuller one. When your baby loses interest, takes a break, or slows swallowing, usually after 10 to 20 minutes, take her off and burp her. Burping removes air swallowed during feeding. At least once during, then again after nursing, hold your baby upright against your shoulder or face down across your lap. Gently rub or pat her back for a minute or so. Babies don't need to burp each time, so don't insist. After burping, she'll probably be eager to take the other